In this lesson, we're still solving quadratics by factoring, but they get a little bit more complicated now that a is not equal to 1. The steps are still similar. We're still going to look for a greatest common factor, and if there is one, we're going to factor it out. We're still going to find two numbers that multiply to AC and add to B. And then step 3 is new. We're going to use the fraction method to factor completely. It looks like this. 2, 5, and 2 do not have a GCF, so we move on to step 2. Two numbers that multiply to AC and add to B. A times C is 4, so we want two numbers that multiply to 4 and add to a B value of 5. Those two factors are 1 and 4. We write our factored form answer the same way as the previous lesson, but then there's more steps because a was not equal to 1. The first step to the fraction method is to take your original a value and bring it down to make fractions under each of your numbers. The second step is to simplify those fractions. 1/2 is already simplified, so we can keep that how it is, but 4/2 simplifies to 2. So in the second parenthesis, we will be looking at x plus 2. After you simplify your fractions, you can take your solutions, the values that make 0 inside of each parenthesis. In the first parenthesis, we would be looking at -1/2. In the second parenthesis, we would be looking at -2. So these are your solutions. We now need to finish putting this quadratic in factored form. To do that, you simply move the denominators over and place them in front of the x. So in factored form, we would be looking at 2x plus 1 times x plus 2. At this point, you should pause the video and work on the example on your own. 2, 11, and 15 do not have a GCF. So we move on to step 2. AC is 30. So we're looking for two factors of 30 that add to 11. It can be helpful to list all of your choices. 5 and 6 add to 11, so those are the factors we'll be working with. X plus 5 and x plus 6. The original a value is 2, so we're going to bring it down to make fractions. 5/2 is already simplified, so we're going to keep it as x plus 5/2. 6/2 simplifies to 3, so we're going to rewrite it as x plus 3. This is the solution step. You want to take the values that make 0 inside of each parenthesis. So x equals -5/2 or x equals -3. Taking your solutions at this step is the easiest place to do so. And then to finish writing in factored form, we move any denominators in front of x's. So we would be looking at 2x plus 5 times x plus 3. This is your quadratic in factored form. These are your solutions.